Sorry. Late technical problems of a different kind. My tripod. Well, it was already a little bit wonky, and then I lost the top piece somewhere. So that took a minute. I was started at the same time, so I was like, broken up, and I think I'm falling over anyway. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Get Ready for the Day routine. Going to be very quick warm up today, and since it's Friday, I want to focus a little bit on the arms, getting those moving, and we're going to start incorporating those into our dance. We'll do a quick review of the turns because we want to be practicing this as much as possible to get them to feel a little more natural, a little more comfortable, because everything feels awkward at first when it's new or it's new for your body. So there flies. Very quick. Why don't we start today from a little bit lower? We're gonna kind of soften and straighten our knees. When I say soften, they're not, we're just letting them go a little bit. And this is just to give them that initial warm up so they don't just dive in cold. And remember I spoke yesterday, I don't have tape today, but shoulders and hips are forming a square. And we want to be very conscious of that because when we move our square, we're going to be sliding across this flat surface. We're not going to be tilting in. So if we move our weight to one leg, we're going to be shifting it over to that leg, nice and square. And that's what we're doing now. If you have something to hold on to, just for balance, why don't you just touch that lightly, chair, counter, wall, table, the shelf, whatever it may be. And we're going to pick up this foot and wiggle it back and forth. And flap it up and down. Your square is squared over this leg, right? So all of your weight is over here, so this one is free to move. You put it on the floor, and raise the heel. Yeah, I want you to concentrate everything on those toes. See if you can scrunch up those toes and down the mat again. If not, I want you to try and imagine what that feel like. Try and open up that connection. Scrunching toes, fanning that. Scrunching toes, fanning that. Or maybe scrunching them. And go again. Okay, and out. Now we're gonna lift it up in the air again a little bit. Just a tiny bit, just enough so you can use it. And we're gonna turn and we're gonna be pushing on the gas pedal, but that gas pedal is really, really hard to get down. It doesn't want to go down, it's resisting. And we come back up. And just tap gas, maybe brake. And just tap gas. Just tap pedal. Just tap pedal. And put it down. And flip around. Or if you're like me and your thing going onto is imaginary, you take your square, you shift out the other leg, and lift this foot up. And we're gonna wiggle it back and forth. This is very good ground. It's not about lifting your leg up, it's really just about having your weight over one leg so you can move this foot, move this ankle, and flapping up and down. And put it back around. And make some heel. And I'm going to give it a little bit of space here and press it down on the pedal and bring it back, pressing down on the pedal. Now the pedal's really resisting you, it doesn't want to go down. So you're going to have to speed up slightly. Let me come up and pedal and back and checking out your legs. And while we're there, onto whatever it is. This is going to be different. The distance you're going to put your leg is different for everyone because we're all at different stages in that journey. We've been doing it a long time. You'll be a little further back, but you want to keep that back leg straight. And you're leaning that front leg, hanging on just for balance. Try to stay straight and have a book on your head. But you want to feel that stretch in your calf and the leg that is behind you. So really give that a nice stretch. And switch legs. And then then we're gonna move right back up to your knees and doing knee tightening. So you're gonna tighten up your whole leg and keep your knees nicely aligned over your feet. And we're gonna be bending down. And as you bend down, I want you to think about you're already pushing the ground away from you. So you're pushing down. And then as you come up, it's a little bit easier to feel like you're pushing the ground away from you. So instead of standing up, you're pushing that ground away. So we're just going to do 6 of us as usual. Our continuing legs, knees going over your toes and pushing the ground away. Legs taking knees going over your toes and pushing it away. All this time you are trying to stand up straight and don't look on your head. Bring your legs, knees going over your toes, pushing it away, legs tightening. Knees going over your toes, pushing it away, legs tightening, knees going over your toes, pushing it away. Butterflies, shaking that out. This is an exercise we've done. It's been a while since we've done it, but we can do everything every time. So let's go back to it. So you want to feel your whole foot on the floor. Make sure that all the surfaces of your foot are glued to the floor. Hammering bend the knees a little bit. And what I want you to do is keep your shoulders in place. You can hang on them if you want. Then you're just gonna swing that whole lower part to the side like a bell. You just have to go very far because you want to keep your hips facing forward. But we're gonna drop down to the middle. And it's like so you just grab your hip and pull it up, down, and up. And down. It's this whole lower body that's moving. And each time you're down in the middle, and somebody grabs your hip, pulls it up, down. Somebody grabs your other hip, pulls it up. So that's the feeling you want. Because at some point we are going to start that body movement, which will help to enhance our dancing. You know, that hip movement. It looks a little bit different than how it's done. And we want to do things right. We want to have good technique. So we're getting a little bit into that then. And the ground kind of up, out, and we are going to do 16 unless you're new, and then we'll just start 3 and work up with one more each time you're on here. Just going to do one set today, but we're going to be sucking on the middles, and then as we come up, you want to feel like this part in between your hips and your rib cage is lengthening, getting longer, 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 longer to bring you up. So you want to feel that stretch as you come up, and that's what's going to make you go. Right, like so. I get some ideas sometimes just because it helps me feel that stretch in there. And 1, 2, and 3, stretch it. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15, and 16. Okay. Really back looking Scott from that. Wait a minute. Scott. Back. And Scott. This is just a stretch that's been working there. All right. Everybody. And I wanted to share because this is where we're working on today. So taking your shoulders, tilting them back and forth. This is a small movement. It's not very big. We're just going back and forth with our shoulders tilting from side to side. Yes, this is right at the top of your neck. So it's like holding the bobbing. It's just your head. Right, and then the bobble head. And that bobble head is going to go in a different direction. So side. Just a little bit, and then make sure you know. Then middle. So now we're going to do a little bit more on our side. I want you to keep these hips square and your hips are not going to move. This whole lower part is frozen. Feel all of your from the floor are frozen. You can loosen your knees a little bit so they're not too tight. I want you to feel just at your waist, bending over from there. Doesn't have to be big now. We're all at different parts of our journey. We all have different bodies. We all have our movement patterns. But I want you to just keep your shoulders facing forward, your hips frozen. Just that middle part. Let's go from side to side. And come up. And we're going to be moving one shoulder to the front. And then you come back. And then the other shoulder to the front. And come back. Back. And back. 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 Now rolling those shoulders to the back. Give yourself a nice posture as you go about your day. Third class. Every time you think of it, roll your shoulders back. Pull your chest up to the sky. Give yourself some nice posture. Get that into your muscle memory. Surely. And up to your ears. And down. Up to your ears. And down. Sorry, I can't see your comments today. Your ears. And down. Up to your ears. And down. And we can do our quick shrugs. So we're going to do 3 in a row. Really small, but just go quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's get our arms moving now. Let's start way down with our fingers. We don't even close them, feeling them out, scrolling up. So you take fist in your feeling out, stretching the fingers each time. This back and forth. Flipping them up and down. And rolling them in. And rolling. And just your elbows stay in place. And around your lower arms down. Now you take your arms. Maybe you bend your elbows a little bit. And I want you to open them up. So your elbows staying at your side, but you're going to open up those lower arms. So there's a little bit of rotation here. Very nice. Alright, so remember our spaghetti arms. So you're gonna zap all the bones and muscles from your arms, so there's nothing to hold them. There's no muscle, no bones, no ligaments, no anything, and they're just gonna be them. So you're gonna pretend they're spaghetti, and then a giant fork is gonna come along. And with one time, it's gonna lift up that spaghetti strand in the middle, which is your elbows. So just your elbows are gonna come up and elbows and drop. Now this is nothing that does not have to be very big. I want you to just try and keep your whole arm soft. It's not that easy really. And feel like just your elbows lifting up, nothing else. And this is something we use a lot in social dance. It is a lot of movements kind of stem from elbows. So I want you to just kind of get that feeling that your elbows are big. Elbow, elbow. Right, let's do that next. Let's elbow somebody inside. And elbow. Try to still keep your arm soft and just use your elbow, push the body. Don't hesitate. And halfway, stretched, and halfway, stretched, and and this side, and front, side, side, and front, side. And a shake, and then they're gonna go all the way up. But it's gonna we're gonna make them. They don't have to be straight. They can be just kind of like wings going up and down. So wings, flying, just flapping your arms and down. And arms in the front, just scoop them up and down. And up, up, and down. Right here, guys. So, jump right into the arms then. This is a dancing channel. For those of you who are new here, we always dance at the end of every one, and we break down something each time. So we always have something new to add, but we do a lot of repetition because dance really is all about repetition. So that's why if your goals are to get out there and dance, it can be done relatively quickly. But we also want to have some good technique because that's something that will help us go up in a little plateau at a certain point. So I'm somebody who likes to break things down. I like to take it slowly. I want to make sure I have at least a reasonable grasp on something before I move on. So that's pretty much what we do here. So if you want any of the previous things we've done at the end of each live, we do our dancing. So you can always go back and somewhere around the ends, you'll find dancing stuff. Okay, so we've already done one arm, right? Flat flies where we lift up our arm, we drop it to our head, and here it's like the elbow is weighted down, so that elbow is gonna drop to the floor, and then you'll get to your side, and then of course you can't move it anymore yet. It has to go back, but as soon as you can reach your side, maybe up here, maybe down here, since you can reach your side, so once your elbow is reaching capacity, it goes back, and then you're just gonna brush yourself off. That's a very common arm that we use in social dance. That's the styling thing, and a little more fancy with that later on. But right now, I'm just gonna do some basic arms. And you remember fluid class we were putting one shoulder forward, then the other, then the other. So what I want you to do is do that same thing. So we're gonna put one shoulder forward. And at the same time, we're gonna bend the opposite. So our movement is best I'm gonna show you. So this is moving forward, right? And this arm is back. So you have kind of a, if you're looking at the side, let's see this. And that's where I'm gonna do that a few times. So shoulder and lower arm bending and coming out to meet it. Shoulder, lower arm, shoulder, lower arm, shoulder, lower arm. And we'll do the opposite way. So the other shoulder's gonna come forward and the opposite lower arm. So it's like you're reaching out to touch yourself on the shoulder, but you're not really. You're just bending that lower arm. It's not gonna reach, so you're just gonna put that shoulder forward and this. First turn, same thing. Shoulder forward, up, shoulder, up, shoulder, up, up, and same. Shoulder, up, shoulder, up, shoulder, up. So this is, if you want to do kind of a marching move, but we're usually using our shoulders and our rib cage and all of that good stuff up there to give the movement a little more depth. So now I want you to put your arms out to the side. Keep your elbows in place and just gonna move those lower arms. Those lower arms are folding into your middle, come here, middle, and middle. Big at those arms. We are going to, so we've done our, this is just a quick review because we've been doing this for a few weeks. So step to the side, together, step, tap, artists, and right, together, right, tap left, left, together, left, left, right, and right, together, right, tap left. Keep your feet small. Try and keep your legs close together so you don't have to cover a lot of territory. Now we're going to be doing our zombie walk again. This is exercise we haven't done for a while, but we're going to be zombies. We're going to be very stiff, and we're going to step to the side. Little step. Now I want you to step on the diagonal to your front. So instead of stepping to your side, yeah, step to your. This is just exercise. You're actually step aside. But at the same time, you do your zombie step. We can do that step. Let's start right side. Do your zombie step, and then you're gonna take your right arm, and you're gonna pretend you're reaching for your left shoulder with your lower arm. And then let's start again. So zombie step. You're going in a little diagonal to the front, and then this right arm, the right lower arm is gonna raise up like it's gonna reach your shoulder. And let's again. Dive forward. Arm. Back. Diagonal forward, zombie step. Lower arm. I'm gonna do the other side. Alright, zombie step, except we're gonna do a little diagonal here. And then we'll bring up the left lower arm. It's just kind of reaching for that shoulder. So it's gonna reach it, but diagonal. 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 So later, when we're doing our pajama, we're going to be using that movement again to step with our legs. So it's just a coordination thing. If that's how your body's not used to moving, then I like to break things down so that they're understandable. And a lot of them are just one part of a whole. But I used to get started on those exercises. So last exercise, and then we're probably just going to wave our arms around a little bit and try and get them moving at the same time as our feet. So we're going to take that left step. First, just swing your arm. Swing your right arm. You're just going to swing it free back and forth. And then we're going to take our left step, our first step in the pajama, and we're going to swing that to the front. And then we'll move our legs. We're going to swing it out. And one step, we're going to swing it. Let's reset. Just one direction thing. And you're going to swing your leg and your arm. Now let's just do that step. Step left, swing right. Step right together, swing out. Step left, swing up. And let's reset. If you're coming to the back, now you can step. Let's do it. So left, sweep in, together, sweep out. Step, sweep in, together, sweep out. Let's go the other direction. Step right, sweep in, together, sweep out. Step, sweep in, together, sweep out. All right, so we're going to put original pajama music on, and what we're going to do is today we're not going to do even a basic. We're just going to do step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, and we're going to try and add in some arm support because I think you all are doing great, and it's time to add in the next element. Step together, step together, step.
¿Cuántas veces nos han vuelto en mis calles de siempre buscarte? Pedacito de amor delirante, colgada de tu cuello sábado de lluvia a las 5 de la tarde, sabe Dios cómo me cuesta dejarte. Tenemos una esperanza, porque con nosotros eres lo que más. En la vida lo que más. En la vida cuántas veces quise hacerlo bien, por amarme, cuando intentas estar mirando juntos ahora no parece tanto fácil. Pero hoy demuestro, hoy no vamos a intentar eso. Una mujer que el mundo hizo todo lo que pudo ser lo que más querido en la vida lo que más he querido eres lo que más querido en la vida lo que más he querido. Yeah, up to the top. I don't think you where was going. Sabe Dios, un amor que juramos, pero hoy que no es lo mismo, ya no vamos a engañar eso. Querido está mi danza. Ese no es claro. There flies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for driving this room together and supporting each other in this journey. So hopefully we might be able to get back on to another live today, or at least like some more video. I'm just so happy you're here, and I will see you very soon, Fireflies. We're gonna do our intermediate. We're going to have to stay for another day. I'm so sorry. Normally we hop right back on for intermediate, but we cannot today. But I'm going to send love to all of you, and see you very soon. Bye bye, Fireflies.